Yeah, bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there, and we need some air. Yeah, bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there, and we need some air.
We angry. Are you serious? Oh no, you can't be. Some pointing they finger, got it aimed at me. Yeah, some gon' march for peace, but some gon' take the peace. Dawg, that's basic shit. Every day for me. Yeah, are you serious? Oh no, you can't be. Yeah, cop pointing their guns and got it aimed at me. Yeah, some gon' march for peace, but some gon' take the peace. Man, that's basic shit. Don't complain to me.
Yeah, bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there, and we need some air. Yeah, bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there, and we need some air.
Okay. Welcome back. Like I say, this is the Anti-FINESSE League, where we specialize in the fine art of you got me fucked up. To be honest, politics is a finesse in itself. And the less you pay attention, the more vulnerable you're going to be. The AFL, we want to empower the community. We want to make meaningful progress out here as a people. Putting violence over victory is not progress. Putting your drip over ownership is not progress. And definitely putting money over your soul can never be progress. You're getting the money though, you know what I mean? And Cardi's actually one of the few celebrities and rappers that's even talking about politics in the way she does. Understanding power of Congress, understanding how important her platform is. So anybody that was taking the side of Candace Owens, by the end of this video, you're going to regret yourself. That's where this video is coming from, because we're here to defend Cardi B. We totally understand where Cardi B coming from. The word of the day is called grifters, or grifter. Look, a grifter is going to lie and say anything they can and get what they want. There's no morals, there's no integrity, there's no code. It's everything bad that you could ever say, especially like in the hood. Let's see what the definitions say. A grifter is a con artist, someone who obtains money by swindling or tricking others. In politics, the word refers to people who use the political process as a way to enrich themselves. Let's kick into this. The biggest grifter of our time at this moment, none other than Candace Owens. She's the super clout demon. You already know. You should already know her rhetoric. That's what we're doing today. Sit back. I need everybody to roll up your joints, pour your drink, whatever you're doing. Sit in for some good AFL analog politics. I feel like everybody judging this Biden Cardi B interview, they're putting the wrong attention on it. Not once did Joe Biden come out and say he's interviewing Cardi for the black vote. She made her whole attack on Cardi about this. Her whole narrative was about this. And it was successful on all sides. All people fell for that. Elle magazine didn't caption that anywhere. Cardi B didn't caption that anywhere. The name of the actual segment was Cardi B in conversation with Joe Biden, an exclusive Elle interview. The outspoken WAP rapper sits down with the man who could be our next president. Nowhere in there does it say Biden comes out of his basement to interview the top black person representative. Y'all fell for an ignorant ass finesse, man, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting to me. I don't see none of you rappers coming out saying nothing, because on the surface everybody feels like, oh damn, she got one over on Cardi. But that's because y'all are fucking uneducated on politics. The same thing Candace is charging Cardi B for. Candace Owens is a grifter. Her job is to grift, is to finesse. She's a clout chaser. She has to do everything she can to become relevant. As you can see, She's already moved on to LeBron. She's a clout chaser. You understand, it's all about promotion, and the more people you can reach, the better. That shouldn't be hard to figure out. That's why it's ridiculous to claim that this is all about Joe pandering to blacks, when we know Cardi B has every race demographic on lock. She's an international artist. She doesn't have one racial demographic. And there's no way Biden was thinking, oh, Cardi B, millions of black voters. Bro, what? All of y'all look goofy. Not only is it not true, Candace knows it's not true. She says it herself right here.
I know all of her millions are not earned because all black people are buying her music. I've seen all the white girls doing the WAP dance on Instagram. And I know all of my white friends, all my black friends, they all have her music downloaded.
Candace is corny as fuck. Alright? So when she says shit like, all my white friends, my black friends have Cardi's music downloaded, I really believe that shit. I really believe that goofy ass shit. All I'm saying is, if you from the hood, if you black, brown, you understand, do all your fucking friends have Cardi B's fucking music? Bruh. And so Candace is trying to convince you Joe Biden is pandering to you through Cardi B, bruh. This is how she started off this whole drama on the Ben Shapiro show. He's trash too, by the way. Now everybody bit the bait.
It is one of the biggest insults. If black Americans are not insulted by the fact that Joe Biden, who has been hiding in his basement, for the entire year, made an appearance and came out because he was going to do an interview with Cardi B. Do we have nothing better to offer? I mean, this would be akin to Donald Trump saying, I'm going to give no interviews, but he came up and he decided to give an interview to Justin Bieber. Right? I mean, Justin Bieber, I am sorry. I know you're a Christian man. I don't even want to put you in the same boat as Cardi B. But it would be absurd, right? White America would go, what is this? Why are you being interviewed by Justin Bieber? And it's because you're pandering, right? You're pandering. You look at Cardi B's Instagram, you see she has millions of followers, and you think, okay, this is an illiterate person, and if I appeal to this illiterate person, and she does, like she literally did in the middle of this interview, they think she's cool, she's hip just by sitting here and taking this interview. Black people will vote for me.
Candace, which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? I'm done asking questions. We're going to take a little tip from the first show. We're going to have Candace Owens ask Candace Owens what the fuck she talking about. But hold on. Drop that.
How do you just put out a lie like that? How do you consider yourself to be a serious person when you just outwardly lied?
I understand she doesn't really care either way. She only cares to make a point by any means necessary. These kind of attacks for clout, you know what I'm saying? It's not new, bro. Ask yourself, why are they mad when athletes protest? Because they have numbers. They have free marketing on TV all around the world. It's not about black people that will see the protest. It's about the world seeing the protest. So that logic doesn't change just because Candace tried to make it something different. Let's move on, bro. Attacking Cardi B had everything to do with her #1 song. And let me point out, the interview had a lot to do with her #1 song as well. The title of the interview literally says the WAP artist. So yes, having the #1 song must mean something on a political side, and it means numbers. The Republicans are just haters. They're just haters of celebrities who fuck with the other side because they understand it equals out to votes, donations, and exposure. They're jealous because they know the right wing don't have a lot of celebrities. Who they got? They got like a couple pro fishermen, a couple football players, Ted Nugent, and bipolar Kanye. Man, fuck out of here, man. They couldn't even get the best Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they mad, man. Fuck out of here. Now, next up, let's get this all the way off on the table. This whole Cardi B ain't black thing, you know, you see this in the comments and there's always an argument. Bruh. Cardi is Dominican and Trinidadian. She's black. She's Afro-Latina. Both sides of her culture have African ancestry. So let's go ahead and move on past that, okay? She's black with a black husband and a black child, okay? Cardi B's personality is very familiar to me. She's a fighter. She's smart. She's intelligent. She's brave. and she's taken everything she's been given and flipped it. So it's dangerous as hell to go with this, education. Half of the people agreeing with Candace aren't educated. But now they're running with this narrative because they get to put down people of color with this. It's crazy to me that Candace would ever lecture anybody about education and she doesn't have a fucking degree. Like, relax. There's 4 strippers on my block right now with degrees and working on fucking masters. Candace couldn't even get a journalism degree. Bro, you don't get to talk education to nobody, bro. That's ridiculous. With that said, I feel like Cardi B has every right to call out and question Candace for marrying a white man. How do we allow a person that survives off of racial politics and the racial division and insensitive comments? How are we going to allow her to play victim in this situation? Please explain that to me. Cardi B has every right to question that just because of what Candace is saying online every day. Her rhetoric, all of her material. You can't just be critical of black people all the time. That would make you a hypocrite. Oh, now Cardi B's racist because now Cardi B doesn't like interracial relationships. No, Cardi B has every fucking right to question that because of what Candace says, what Candace does on a regular basis. Candace agrees with the racist president, first of all. Second of all, her rhetoric is always race baiting for the most part. Look at every tweet she says. It's something about black people and what they ain't doing right. That's it. Doesn't it seem like Candace thinks she's the only one black that can talk politics or be in politics? She made this whole thing about Cardi and if she's the correct black person to get the interview, first of all. But here's a tweet of Candace trying to talk bad about Kamala running as a black woman. Now that she's running for vice president. Previously, she ran as an Indian American before. What? Kamala can't run as who the fuck she want to run as? She's biracial, is she not? Is she not black enough for you? And so now you're mad that she's running as black? I don't get that. I don't get that. If you're not that fucking fan in the front row when there's snow with no shirt, you don't care about that. You're just gonna pay attention to the policies, right? Cardi has all the right to at least suspect you're a race traitor and a sellout when you defend everything Trump does, then turn around and play judge and jury every time another black man is killed. Man. Let's think about that. Then it's very disingenuous to try to play Cardi on her KKK comments. First of all, anybody with a fucking education knows, yes, the House of Lords and the whole UK Parliament benefited directly from the slave trade. They had connections in Africa, direct connections to Caribbeans. They had trade with America. They was making money. American chattel slavery probably is the only reason why fucking UK is balling like they're balling now. So yes, if we establish that Cardi B doesn't know everything about politics, and we also consider the average American doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about politics in general, then that's nothing to really make a point. Okay, she was wrong about the KKK, but yes, the House of Lords all benefited directly from slavery. Even the abolitionists within the UK Parliament that were against slavery didn't end it immediately. There was somebody in the background like, yo, you stop slavery, you're going to stop all the money. And that stopped them from being a full abolitionist. All they did was like, you know what? Okay, look, I ain't fucking with the slavery shit, bro, but y'all not getting away with this, man. Maybe if you don't pack the boats as much, so disease doesn't spread and food rations don't, run out, so you won't have to throw people overboard or kill people. Just make it a little bit more humane. That's what happened. Me personally, when I hear KKK, I think of it as racism in general. So I don't have to literally think that, the House of Lords were with the KKK and I don't have to think that. When I think of the KKK, I just think of racism in general. So yeah, she wasn't correct about the KKK on the surface. But yeah, she was on point with House of Lords, which is part of the fucking UK Parliament, benefited from American chattel slavery very heavily, okay? And I mean, overall, She's trying to finesse everybody because she talks down on Cardi B, then has the nerve to be a victim when questioned about her husband. She said some crazy shit about Cardi, bro. You're not about to talk crazy and then not expect the same energy. You know what I mean? You can't control how people respond to being attacked out of nowhere. Cardi B was minding her fucking business, being a new mom like you're about to be when you went on the Shapiro show and made up a fucking narrative to gain clout. Stop that. This ain't nobody race baits more than you. After you're done regurgitating right-wing talking points, to stay relevant, you have to put the race down. You have to shock people with the stupid shit you say. Always complaining about identity politics, but that's your only talent, literally, bruh. You just released a whole book called Blackout. Do I need to say any more? Next up, let's dive a little bit deeper into this biracial marriage shit she's trying to pull and all that, man.
First and foremost, when you want to talk about Black history in this very same breath that you suggest that blacks and whites should not be married, it shows that you know absolutely nothing about your history. You have absolutely no idea what your ancestors fought for. And I would point to all of you guys to go examine the Supreme Court case of Loving versus Virginia, when a black woman and a white man, Mildred Loving and Richard Loving, fell in love and decided to do something quite simple and get married in Virginia. And because there were racial codes then and they believed in racial integrity, there was something called the Racial Integrity Act in Virginia that was passed in the 1920s. They arrested them and they sentenced them to a year in prison. So just imagine our black ancestors being sentenced to a year in prison because they simply fell in love with a white man. This was a sort of discrimination and racism that went on in the South all over America. And these people fought for the right to love one another and took it all the way to the Supreme Court and scored the first win that actually illegalized miscegenation, which illegalized racial codes that didn't allow blacks and whites to get married.
Let's first acknowledge how Candace calls every instance of knowing your history and the role players and how your situation came to be. When it comes to black people, that's called victimhood. Just pointing out policy and laws that might be affecting you from the past and all that, that triggers her. Oh yeah, that's victimhood. And that's why you're still on the Democratic plantation. Unless it's about her white husband and biracial relationship, of course. Why? Because she's a grifter. She don't give a fuck about the facts, and she don't care about having integrity or being fair. She just wants the bag, bro. She wants you to get all emotional and technical about biracial marriage and what our ancestors went through. All of a sudden, though. All of a sudden. But when we do it as victimhood, our ancestors experienced brutality, racism, oppression, not just anti-miscegenation laws, Candace. They had to fight just to make it home safe at night, not just to be in love with white people, okay? It's disrespectful, and I'm kind of getting upset, so let me slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only struggle we had to go through. And how come it's not victimhood when you do it, Candace? Let's show some receipts of what I'm fucking talking about. As you can see here, anti-miscegenation laws were invented by racist white men of all party affiliations. It was implemented in all states. So all this Democrat did this, Republican did that nonsense. It's dumb. It's dumb. Because at a time in this country, no white person gave a fuck about us. Either way, no party was loyal to us. Black people chose the Republican Party because radical Republicans within the party wanted to abolish slavery. Not because they gave a fuck about being a Republican. They are not the fans in the stadium with below freezing weather. Black conservatives try to paint that like, oh no, they chose that side because it was a spiritual connection to the shit or some kind of weirdo shit. And to further prove my point how party didn't mean much back then, if he was non-white, let's dig into this Loving Court case she was trying to reference. She tried to stun y'all. Who went and read on that? Who? Nobody. Y'all motherfuckers saw some shit on Twitter and fucking started making videos. Everybody gonna hold this fucking nail though. Now let's see these receipts. Let's start off with the Chief Justice at the time over the Supreme Court. Not only was he a Republican justice, he resided over the most liberal court of his time. This court is responsible for some of the most important civil rights advancements in history. Yet he's a Republican justice, no doubt, huh? But resided over the most liberal courts. Now, these are all white people. So party didn't matter in this case, huh? The Warren Court presided over a major shift in American constitutional jurisprudence, which has been recognized by many as a constitutional revolution of the liberal, with Warren writing the majority of opinions in landmark cases like Brown versus Board of Education, stop playing, Reynolds versus Sims, stop playing, Miranda versus Arizona, stop playing, and look here, Loving versus Virginia, bro. These are some of the most like iconic cases that helped basic civil rights, not just for black people but for all people. But yeah, in many of these cases, these were directly for black people. But it was a Republican that was at the top of this, right? With a bunch of liberals in the Supreme Court, huh? Furthermore, Griswold versus Connecticut struck down a state law that restricted access to contraceptives and established a constitutional right to privacy. Wait, so you mean a Republican Chief of Justices allowed birth control and the privacy to the birth control to pass? The finesse of all this is that the Warren Court rulings have received criticism, particularly from who? Conservatives. Why? Conservatives are the ones telling us that the Democrats and the liberals are the ones that was trying to keep us down. Why would they be critics of all these rulings? But they have received widespread support and acclamation from who? Liberals. So you trying to tell me the racist liberals are fucking showing props to rulings like Loving versus Virginia? That's interesting. And it makes it even more weird that Candace supports a candidate that supports Confederacy, that supported anti-miscegenation laws. Trump supports Confederacy, which supported black people not being in white schools. That's a little weird that Candace is trying to play this race card because she doesn't have a leg to stand on. This brings us back to the Southern strategy that we like to, that Candace likes to deny so much. Let's read up on this real quick. In American politics, the Southern strategy was a Republican Party electoral strategy to increase political support among white voters in the South by appealing to racism against African Americans. As the civil rights movement and dismantling of Jim Crow laws in the 1950s and 1960s visibly deepened existing racial tensions in much of the southern United States, Republican politicians such as presidential candidate Richard Nixon and Senator Barry Goldwater, they developed strategies that successfully contributed to the political realignment of many white conservative voters in the South who had traditionally supported the Democratic Party rather than the Republican Party. So when we say that the Democratic Party was the party of segregation and racism, that makes sense when it says they developed strategies that successfully contributed to the political realignment of many white conservative voters. White conservative voters, white Republican voters, conservative voters realigned their political views, and they had traditionally supported Democratic Party. It also helped to push the Republican Party much more right. Wow, so you lying again, huh, Candace? Wow. So that makes sense why she has to deny the Southern strategy ever happened, because without doing that, it makes her being a black Republican look very dumb. It makes her look very dumb. So she has to claim this never happened so she doesn't look dumb. But you look dumb because this shit happened before any of us were born. You're not about to change history, goofy. Southern Democrats are members of the U.S. Democratic Party who reside in the southern United States. In the 19th century, Southern Democrats were whites in the South who believed in Jacksonian democracy. If you don't know what that is, look it up. In the 1850s, they defended slavery in the United States. Oh, so she was right. The Democrats were racist as fuck. They defended slavery. Wow. Well, look, the monopoly that the Democratic Party held over most of the South first showed major signs of breaking apart in 1948, when many white Southern Democrats, upset about policies of desegregation enacted during the administration of Democratic President Harry Truman, created states' rights Democratic Party. So just like it said about the Southern strategy, people was getting upset that black people were getting rights. Yeah, black people were standing up. And so that made them become even more racist and more right. Does that not sound like America and Black Lives Matters? Huh? Black people standing up, protesting, standing up for equality, and now the people are blaming the protesters, mad, even being more racist and more bold. It's crazy how, racism doesn't change over time. Like, the same reactions are happening now. That's very, very interesting. Well, look, the Dixiecrats won most of the Deep South. The new party collapsed after the election, while Thurman became a Republican in the 1960s. Oh, man, that sounds like the Southern strategy time. That sounds like the Southern strategy time, huh? In the 1960s. Damn, these receipts is killing you, Candace. Man, this is the perfect time. If you got a Candace support video on YouTube and you're not that popular, you can delete it now. That's very interesting. So a Southern Democrat that ran for president, he lost. He just changed to a Republican in the 1960s and said, fuck it. Did he change to Republican because black people were Republicans and MLK was a Republican? I don't know. I doubt it. Now, it says here. Wait. Let's go back. What did it say? Voting rights. Following the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which was signed in by President Lyndon B. Johnson, although a Southern Democrat himself. Wow, so even he wasn't all about his party game. Even he was doing what was right. Many white Southerners. It led to heavy opposition from both Southern Democrats and Southern Republicans. Whoa. That's important right there. All of this giving people rights, Civil Rights Act, voting, giving all these black people rights and shit, and voting, and all these protests. That pissed off all racist white people who obviously were on both sides of the party, huh? Wow. It was led to heavy opposition from both Southern Democrats and Southern Republicans. So if we go by a black conservatives narrative, you should be confused. Because I'm confused. Which party is for segregation? I can't understand. Or is it the fact that, like I said, all white people wasn't fucking with us? It wasn't about a party. It wasn't about a party. It's the same when black conservatives and Trump and anybody else that's trying to shit on Biden says, oh, Biden signed the 94 crime bill. Did you guys not read who voted it in and helped pass it? Are you guys under some kind of impression that it was a different government and Biden scribbled that shit on like a napkin, walked into Congress and just passed that shit? Show me where Republicans disagreed with the 94 law bill. Please. Show us. That's a finesse because none of them can show you that shit, but they're going to try to paint that picture. Y'all didn't disagree with Biden in 94. Biden has evolved since 94, which is years ago. Has the Republican Party evolved from this shit right here? I don't know. Let's take off the thinking cap real quick and play a little segment, a little game I like to call What's Over There, Candace? We all know this little back and forth happened, right? And after the initial back and forth, Candace started, she started feeling herself, piling on Cardi, right? To keep the drama going, because she knew she was winning. She said this right here.
All right, guys, I just want to go ahead and state the obvious here, which is that the reason that Cardi B is not showing her face in her ample videos directed at me today is because she is reading a script. You're going to tell me she's just not going to show her face in all these videos. She shows her face no matter what she looks like. So, Cardi B, stop hiding, stop reading your DNC script. You look ridiculous talking about some, I just want to say I support Joe Biden because I have a #1 song in the UK, and I got the #1 song political figure I can make girls pop that, and make people vote. Put down the script. People don't understand. I've been doing these politics for a long time, and Candace Owens want to step to me and say that I have been doing this. You don't even noticing it. I got the number one song. I got the number one song in the UK, in Australia, and New Zealand. That's why Joe Biden want to sit with me, okay? Okay.
Now, we all know a hater when we hear and see one. That goes without no explanation. I just like to point out, even if Cardi was reading the script, that's irrelevant. I'm trying to figure out how that's even a talking point. How does she make a whole video, or how does she make a topic out of that? Because she's a clout chaser. That wasn't anything to talk about at all, okay? Let me put it like this. Cardi B has writers, okay, when she's in the studio. Cardi has to learn choreography. She tours around the world, does videos, events. Candace has to be a whole idiot to think Cardi B can't memorize anything she decides to fucking memorize. Are you kidding me? Stop playing, bro. You don't have to be a fucking Cardi B fan to understand that woman is talented and fortunate, and it's great that women in her situation can see her winning like this. I said all this shit to say this. Candace doesn't care if Cardi reads a script or not. She's just chasing clout and grifting. What we gonna do is we gonna throw on these finesse blockers for this segment. Hey Candace, you're a seasoned vet at making videos, right? Right? Cool. Well, that should explain why your hypocrite ass is reading the script on this video. Wow, trying to ridicule Cardi B. So I bring to you this segment we call What's Over There, Candace? Here we have Candace Owens reading from a script, quote unquote trying to drag Cardi B. And you know she's reading the script because she got the little freestyle practice in the mirror, hand up, like, you know what I'm saying? You see the little hand, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, she been practicing, you know what I'm saying? But you can tell she reading when she, okay, no, I know. Her supporters and all the haters gonna be like, oh man, come on, bro. She was glancing over. And that's why you see in the bottom left, we got timestamps for you goofies. Let's keep it going. What's over there, Candace? What's over there, Candace? That's a whole nother time right there. Alright, you know. Okay. Still don't believe me? No, don't worry. Don't worry about that. What the fuck is over there, Candace? Look, she got that look on. She looked like she was like, oh, I was supposed to delete that part. She's like making mental correction right there. Like, oh, damn, I forgot that. That was a typo. You can tell, bruh. What is she looking at over there, guys? What is she looking at over there, guys? When you study politics, you know everybody reads a fucking script, man. Is you crazy? Especially if you're a person that's not on a news channel. And they have all kind of scripts and teleprompters and notes and shit. You see how dumb y'all was falling for this shit? What's over there, Candace? We'll keep going, man. That was at 11:24. Oh, shit. Oh, what is she looking at? What's over there, Candace? Please explain. What's over there, Candace? Somebody. Okay. Yeah. Like I thought. A grifter doesn't have to have any values. Okay? A grifter doesn't mind being a hypocrite, man. Trying to tie black and white people to any of these parties and making a point is all hustle, all BS if you don't know your history. Or if you do know your history. Okay? We got the rundown on Southern Democrats. So now, let me further make the point that party does not matter. And it definitely didn't matter then. If you was white, you just universally didn't fuck with us. You know, not just Candace, but any black conservative that uses that stupid ass talking point where Democrats were the slave. We've already proved that's all wrong and all mixed up. But let's go farther than that. It gets worse. Here we have a what? A what? A radical Republican. But we always hear Republicans using the talking point, radical Democrat. So I'm already confused. What the fuck is a radical Democrat? Well, like I said earlier, radical Republicans were the Republicans that wanted to abolish slavery. They didn't want to abolish slavery because they gave a fuck about black people. We already know that. There was a reason for that. If they wanted to, if they really cared about black people, there wouldn't have been any Jim Crow laws after that, any sharecropping laws. It wouldn't have been illegal to be homeless right after they abolished slavery, shit like that. Right? So, no, they did just enough to get by. They don't get props. So, radical Republicans, we have Southern Democrats. We got, man, that shit's crazy. Let's keep going. We have, what? Liberal Republican Party. All I hear fucking Republicans saying is liberal this, liberal that every fucking day. What the fuck is a liberal Republican, bro? Now y'all pissing me the fuck off. Hold on. I'm confused. What are these black conservatives talking about? What are they talking about? We have a fucking liberal Republican Party? Who knew that? Well, if you study politics, you knew that. Now, what the fuck is a Democratic Republican Party, bro? What the fuck is this? I'm all the way confused now. Hold on. Y'all motherfuckers is trying to finesse, bro. What is a Democratic Republican Party, bro? So that's the narrative y'all trying to build? Y'all allowing motherfuckers to build that narrative? Oh, why are you letting the Democrats? Because if you think you can, you don't know about the. Matter of fact, let's hear in Candace's own words how stupid this shit sounds. Receipts.
Because you're a fraud. So I'm calling you out on being a political fraud. You pretend you want to help, you don't. You don't. You don't know why you're a Democrat. You have no idea why you hate Republicans. You have no idea why you're on the side of the party that enslaved black people, that segregated black people, and standing behind a man that supported segregation. Joe Biden supported segregation. He said it's what black people wanted.
All right. Now back to business. We gotta address when she said this goofy, thirsty ass shit here. Look.
When you stand on a platform and you pretend to care about black men, when you ask Joe Biden, what are we going to do about these black men dying? He should have asked you back, what are black men going to do about black men dying? Because 94% of black men are killed by other black men, okay?
Now we gotta be quicker with the receipts now, because we've already established her whole basis, her whole foundation, her whole value system is fraud. Everything she says is a fraud. So we just gonna come with actual receipts now. I'm getting tired of hearing this shit too. Damn, let's see. Let's go to this. 2018 FBI numbers for homicides, as you can see. Let's check out these numbers. Let's go straight to Black African American. The race of the offender 2,600, and the victims total at 2,925. Ooh, damn. That's high. That's high. Just by looking at that shit, that's a little over 80% of black people killing black people, and that's high. God damn. We definitely have to do better, y'all. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's some high numbers. Damn. But I will point out in the audio, her goofy ass said 94%. Huh? Alright, anyway, let's go to the top of the list. Let's see who's at the top. White people, of course. Not only are they the most violent, because that's going to always keep their numbers at the top. There's majority white people, so their numbers are going to be higher. At AFL, what we would like to point out is, not only do you guys have a lot of numbers, right? That's not an excuse to us, because we look at what causes people to do crime, and this has been researched for hundreds of years now, and we know that poverty creates a lot of fucking crime and killings and all kind of shit, right? Now, y'all are the majority and have the most killings, but we have far less black men in this country, yet over 30% of black people remain below the poverty line. So that would correlate with why our numbers look like they do. Anti-Finesse League has a question for all the white people and the white conservatives. What is y'all excuse? Why are y'all numbers so high? Y'all don't have the higher numbers in poverty like we do. Maybe it's y'all nature, I don't know. 2,677 white people killed, 1,315. Oh, wait, hold on, bro. Hold the fuck up. That's damn near the same percentage white people killing white people as is black people killing black people. Hold the fuck up. White lives matters, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here, G? Man, y'all gotta do something about this white on white crime, man. Y'all motherfuckers going crazy. Hold up, bro. Hold the fuck up. We know we can't trust Candace on really nothing, but now we know we can't trust any of her statistics either. If you hear anybody saying this goofy shit, you got proof right here, okay? White on white crime is really a bigger issue than black on black crime, you know? And I would like to bring that to this point. Black Lives Matters is and will always be about police brutality, okay? Police brutality, inequality, okay? Trying to make it about black on black crime is stupid because we already have a fucking movement for black on black crime. It's called 911, okay? Huh? It's called 911, okay? Now, the issue is when I fucking call a police officer, I call 911, and the police show up and act like the criminals we were trying to report. That's what Black Lives Matter stands for. If the police officer shows up and acts like a criminal, he should be treated like the criminals. Okay? So let's keep moving on. She had the nerve to say this goofy shit too out of her mouth. Please.
You know that black men kill more white men. You know that police officers are killed by black men 18.5 times more, right? So don't use your platform and 75 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue. You're uneducated. I mean, that is just what it is. You are uneducated.
Let's check the receipts. 2009 to 2012. Let's see. Deaths due to use of lethal force by law enforcement. The finesse we had to pull on y'all is Trump has been saying all these things have been going down since then. You dig me? So why wouldn't we use these numbers? Unless you're trying to say all of this shit has gotten worse, right? Trump every day is, violent crimes are down. Police shootings are down. Crime is down. So we're using fucking numbers from the past. If you're mad at the data, then that means you're admitting that Trump has been lying, okay? Let's go. Deaths due to use of lethal force by law. What does it say? Victims were majority white. Oh, man. Damn, Candace got us. She was right. But disproportionately black. 32%. I just told y'all there's more white people, so their numbers will be high. That also applies to why there's more white people shot too. Not because cops are equally racist to them. No, it's just because there is more numbers. Just like the other stats. So if you can't have it both ways. Okay? It says disproportionately black 32% because we have less numbers. Why the fuck are we getting killed almost at the same percentage as white people if we have less numbers already? That should let you know. And then look, the fatality rate is 2.8 times higher among blacks than whites. Most victims were reported to be armed overall from black and white, 83%. When cops shoot them, cops are doing their job in 83% of that. However, black victims were more likely to be unarmed, 14.8% than white, 9.4%. Curtains. I need everybody that fell for this shit to kill yourself. Black Lives Matter as a stance literally came from the fact that unarmed black people are getting killed disproportionately, and they're unarmed, and the cop sees no jail time. And we've allowed grifters like Candace and Trump to totally reverse the whole meaning of what that shit is. It ain't no fucking organization. No, it's just a stance, man. Black Lives Matters. It's not fair. If we're Americans, why the fuck are we getting shot 2.8 times more and we're fucking unarmed more? And our numbers aren't even on the same level. Why? Why is that? Unless there's a reason for that. 2016 crime in the United States. Let's go. And I know haters are gonna say, "Oh, well, you did this 2016, you used 2018, you did 2009 and 2012." But what about Trump? What about Trump? Well, look, this is the Anti-FINESSE League. You can't finesse a finesser. all been finesse. We set it up like that on purpose. All these numbers are before Trump because what has Trump been saying? Crime has been going down under my presidency. Black on black crime down. Crime in general down. Police shooting down. It's just peaceful under Trump. So, we finessed y'all because if y'all get in the comments talking about the dates of these fucking stats, then that would make your president a liar, wouldn't it? If numbers are higher, what the fuck has he been talking about? So, I'm just, using good faith and using numbers that would be higher than our current president, okay? Don't judge me. Now, this is just crime in general, okay? Let's see who's fucking committing the most crime, goddammit. Let's see who has the most criminal nature in this bitch. Let's see. Jesus. Over 5 million, damn near 6 million white people in total did the most crimes. We got 2 million black people. Wow. Murder and non-negligent manslaughter, black people got the most. Wow. And black people are actually what? The most in poverty, huh? We have gang problems, huh? We have crime issues, huh? So that's not even fucking surprising. But what the fuck? Why the fuck is white people's murders only 800 and something less, 750 something less than black people? That's what the fuck you want to ask yourself. Even with the majority, what the fuck are y'all killing people for? The majority percentage doesn't make sense because, like, what the fuck is y'all killing people for, though? Y'all got the majority money. Y'all got the majority support in the country. The majority historical support. You know what I mean? What the fuck? What is y'all excuse? Now let's keep going. Rape. We know who got that. Nobody rapes more than you. Let's stop playing. Now this crime right under rape is really interesting. Robbery. Look at black people, bro. We got fucking, man, yeah, we got a nice significant amount of robberies over white people. But most 30% of us are under poverty and you're robbing people, then you're probably robbing people because of your economic status, right? So that's explainable. But why the fuck are white people damn near robbing people the same amount? That's crazy to me. Let's go down. Aggravated assault. White people got that. Burglary. Bruh, what the fuck? Y'all are even stealing more shit than us? Come on, bro, wait. Burglary and robbery, bruh, they're damn near the same. Bruh, come on, hold on. Come on. That's damn near the same crime in my book. Why do y'all have more than us, dog? I don't understand. Y'all not under the poverty line as much as us. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Larceny and theft. White people doing it more. Motor vehicle theft. White people. Damn, bro. Arson. Y'all know y'all gonna have that. Violent crime. Ooh. Way more than us. Property crime. Way more than us. And that's very interesting because most of the looters are white people, but most of the blame goes to Black Lives Matter for some reason. Other assaults. Y'all got that. Y'all fucking get creative with the way y'all fucking people up, huh? Forgery and counterfeiting. Interesting. Fraud. Wow. Again. Embezzlement. Again. Stolen property. Buying, receiving property. Y'all got that. Vandalism. Wow. Damn. I'm sure like 80% of that is the white people that's writing BLM in the world too. Let's keep going. Stolen property, buying, receiving, possession, vandalism, weapons carrying possession, weapons carrying possession. Wow. Prostitution and commercialized vice. Damn, y'all pimping more than us and everything. Let me see. Sex offenses, bro. Stop playing. We know who got that. And that's everything except rape and prostitution. Y'all weird. Hold on. Let's keep going. Since Candace thought it was a good idea to say Cardi B should be more afraid of the Offset than the cops. And by this number, you probably had a baby with a lunatic, Candace. Why you talking shit? You see what I'm saying? Like, we have to start holding grifters responsible for their hypocrisy because the shit sound dumb as fuck after when you really put your mind on the shit. Like, what? Then look, drug abuse violations. Nobody likes drugs more than white people. Right? Yet they're not fucking in prison for drug offenses as much as us. That's very interesting. That's fucking interesting. Gambling, black people. Black people got y'all by 100. Offenses against the family and children. Wow, really, white folks? Driving under the influence. Yeah, we know y'all don't give a fuck about nobody but yourself. You won't even wear a mask, let alone not get in the car. Yeah, we know that. We know that's normal. Liquor laws, drunkenness, disorderly conduct. Damn, vagrancy. Bruh, look, I keep establishing y'all not broke as us. Y'all want to be homeless more than us too? Y'all have more vagrancy violations than us, bro? This is ridiculous. That's white privilege, bro. That's white privilege too, bro. Hell no. Hell no. How are y'all more homeless than us? That's funny. All other offenses except traffic. Way more than us. And suspicion. Dang, bro. Y'all managed to even be more suspicious than us by like 20. All these fucking Karens out here, bro. I mean, maybe they wasn't doing their job yet then. That's crazy to me, man. What's even more crazy is Cardi B saying she should be more afraid of Offset than she is of police. Because by the numbers. Well, Candace, by the numbers, you just might have had a fucking child with a lunatic. And that's no cap. Alright? You don't get to use those type of fucking talking points and then play victim. Okay? So if it was good for you to say that about her, we can say that about your ass. You have no integrity at all. I ain't gonna lecture you. We'll let Candace Owens lecture Candace Owens. Because this is getting disgusting, bro.
How do you just put out a lie like that? How do you consider yourself to be a serious person when you just outwardly lied?
Straight trash. She's the type of person that will steal from you and help you look for the shit, man. All this education talk, we gotta address it. I can't figure out how you benefited from no education in the first place, Candace. So it's really crazy that you even brought this up.
So don't use your platform and 75 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue. You're uneducated. I mean, that is just what it is. You are uneducated. And I don't have a problem, by the way, with musicians and rappers and hip-hop artists dabbling in politics if they're sincere. What I mean by that is, are you talking to people on both sides? Are you trying to actually get an informed understanding, or are you just being a mouthpiece for one party?
You know, that's just clown just showing out in front of company, you know what I mean? Just trying to get noticed, just trying to get, praise from her lawyers, you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Not to mention, Cardi B might have more college credits than you, Candace. You don't have no fucking degree either. Stop playing with us. Stop playing for us. Stop playing with us. Let's be for real, sis. You couldn't finish school because of school loan issues. So that means you was broke as fuck, just like everybody else. You trying to tell me that you would benefit from liberal, leftist, radical ideas like loan forgiveness, Candace? Word? To this day, a Bernie Sanders policy like education for all might actually help you to this day? No, this can't be true. Wait a minute. Come on now. Candace, all this education talk, but sis, explain how the fuck you benefited from any of it. Like, what section of your unfinished ass degree allows you to stunt and flex like you be doing, bro? Education? No. There's literally black and brown women swinging on the pole as we speak that have more education than you. So you bringing up education is ridiculous. What's more ridiculous is all these uneducated motherfuckers on TikTok trying to claim educated. That's pissing me off. How? That's crazy to me. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? How are you mad at Cardi when she's speaking specifically about people like you, Candace? That's crazy. When Cardi B was being interviewed by Biden and she said this, you probably should have been listening instead of hating and clout chasing. Give me the receipts, man.
Let me tell you about my college experience, right?
Yep.
I'm from New York, so when you're in high school, or in middle school, they give you a free Metro card so you could travel, for you to be able to go to your school. And of course, they gave me free lunch. When I was in college, I had to get a job because I really needed $5 every single day to be able to go from Washington Heights to Chambers Street, and then I had to feed myself. Sometimes I had to wait from 1 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. That's my schedule to get home so I could be able to eat, because that whole time right there, I couldn't afford to go to McDonald's. I couldn't afford to go to any restaurants around Chambers Street on my break. And you had to pay for lunch, the school lunch there. So I was just starving, and I just felt so discouraged. So I just feel like that is so important, like to finance students while they're in college, because they get really discouraged. And that's what people want to know.
So did you seriously expect black and brown girls not to relate to Cardi when she speaks directly for them like that, bro? All that money, and she still manages to be more humble than you, Candace. All that negativity on the Shapiro show about this interview, yet you couldn't even acknowledge the humanity of things like that happen. Even when she's directly talking about you. Your college experience was cut short just like hers due to socioeconomic position. How are you mad at that? Wait, I ain't gonna ask that. I almost let down my finesse block. We get it. You're a grifter, of course. Of course you're gonna oppose it, and it worked. You made a whole fucking a whole little buzz and career off of this. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that you didn't feel what Cardi was saying. That doesn't mean you didn't feel Cardi when she was preaching them facts. You probably sat in the bathtub and cried for like 3 hours, you know what I'm saying, just to get yourself right with that. Let's be honest, bruh. Cardi spoke like a human being and not a celebrity. No matter how much you try to minimize the interview to that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Cardi spoke for young mothers and grandmothers in the struggle when she said this.
And you want to know something? Talking to you, I'm always so focused on Medicare and college education. And I never really thought about how important is childcare. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like nobody's more motivated than a mom. Nobody want to go and hustle out there and get that money for their kid. Once you become a mom, you change completely. Your mindset changed completely. But it's like, how are you supposed to do that when you probably don't have a babysitter for your kid? And I'm like, fortunately for me, I'm able to, have my mom take care of my child. But a lot of people, like, it's like their mom cannot retire and take care of their kids. Like, their mom have to work too.
Come on now. You trying to tell me you can't relate to that? You're about to be a new mom yourself. You know what I mean? Is money that important that you can't even allow the women who need this message to receive it without putting your filthy energy on it? Bruh, there's young makeup artists and models who read L of all colors. They subscribe to their content. They may have needed to hear that. They may have even been inspired by some of the topics, but you had to focus on your clout chase. Constantly mentioning her comedic jokes and catchphrases during the interview. Like she's not supposed to be Cardi B, the artist, in an L Mag interview. Come on, bro. She's not at Congress. She's not addressing Congress. She's in an interview as an artist, speaking on a song called Wet Ass Pussy, bruh. Is she supposed to be serious the whole time? There's plenty of forums where she can be serious, man. But obviously her fans would have wanted her to be fun and free while still engaging the serious topic. Mission accomplished in my book. She was able to do that and still crack jokes and still do what she needed to do, man. Let's run down on some of the goofy shit she stands behind. Since Cardi B is such a danger to black folks. Since that's the picture she's trying to paint, you know what I'm saying? And this is all public information, so I ain't, I ain't about to argue with none of you people about none of this shit. This is all fact, you know what I'm saying? Look, she objected to what she termed the social lynching of Kavanaugh on the grounds that to believe women was the reason that black ancestors got lynched. Why does Candace have to compare white people to black people in this situation. They didn't experience chattel slavery on no fucking level. So not only is she clout chasing and race baiting, she's using identity politics, bro. Clout, bro. Back in 2018, when that crazy Republican Trump supporting terrorist dude was sending bombs to people's houses, she fucking went on Twitter and was saying, oh, it was a leftist and it was a Democrat that was doing it. Soon as it was confirmed it was a fucking Trump supporter, she deleted all that shit. Goofy. She had to, though. You know what I'm saying? During the Christchurch mosque shooting in New Zealand, why did the fucking shooter shout out Candace Owens? That's not funny. It's not funny. But she's the one saying that Cardi B is the danger. But you have mass shooters shouting you out in their manifestos and claiming you were influenced, bro. It must suck never getting attention from the white people you wanted from, huh? She just can't seem to get that Fox News slot without, some kind of buzz, without some kind of clout chase. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? She can't get on Fox News, but she can get love letter manifestos from white supremacists on the other side of the world, bro. Look, Candace, you're super heavy duty trash bags. And you were helping Trump prop up white supremacists leading up to this killing. You don't just hate on black people. You was following his lead, talking about Muslims too. And this guy went and killed like 20-something men. Now, when they asked Candace if it was problematic that white supremacist groups such as the Ku Klux Klan support Trump, she deflected and said that Antifa was more prevalent than the KKK. Now, it just came out this week that the Trump administration has been playing down white supremacist intel and attacks. It just came out, so she's been exposed on that. But what did she gain from saying, "Oh, Antifa is more prevalent"? Stop playing. She literally said the media covers KKK during Trump's presidency to hurt him, which is more coverage, more cupcaking and Captain Save a whole shit for Trump. We hate that. In the 2019 hearings on hate crimes, Owen referred to the KKK as a democratic terrorist organization too. Think about that. We already debunked that the KKK was legit anybody white that just didn't like us. It had nothing to do with no party. You know what I'm saying? Which was stupid as hell. But after the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, she said that the concern over rising white nationalism was stupid. She says all of the violence this year primarily happened because of the people on the left. Very interesting. Okay. And these are white people that are attacking black people. But Cardi is more of a danger to black people than you. Okay. We'll take that. But what we won't accept is that you're the same person that tried to call Cardi B out for calling out your white husband, right? Yet you literally said, "I proudly self-identify as an Uncle Tom." You said that yourself. So Cardi B definitely at the very least has to question your motives, bro. She has to. This is the woman that tries to claim that Cardi B is a danger to black people. So it literally confuses me. And I have to call bullshit when she makes claims like this.
When you say, oh, it's because they want to send the black community back, you're wrong. No, we're trying to keep the black community forward, and we're calling out the black celebrities, Hispanic celebrities that are actually trying to send our community backwards.
Sad. So sad. I'm going to need to ask Candace Owens what the hell is going on here. This is crazy.
How do you just put out a lie like that? How do you consider yourself to be a serious person when you just outwardly lied?
Now, throughout this whole thing, she didn't only misquote Cardi and try to reframe her positions to fit her agenda. Candace made sure to avoid any points that she couldn't answer, you know what I'm saying, because she had no answer for them, no defense, you know what I'm saying? And that's convenient. What a grifter move, not to actually take on the challenge, but pretend like you want the smoke. All I heard was crickets on many important parts of that interview, man. Just like the education topic she spoke on.
So the same day you harass me is the same day that my sister's getting harassed. A bitch that pay her taxes. A bitch that don't have a fucking criminal record. And you out here wondering why Joe Biden is doing a fucking interview with me. Because you want to know why? Because no matter how much money I make, no matter how hard I work, I can't be a fucking free American. My sister can't even be a fucking free American. You got this fucking Trump supporting family harassing 2 lesbians. The fuck?
Now, isn't that what all these fucking conservatives be walking around with guns for and going to City Hall for, is for because they're taxpaying Americans that just want their fucking rights? It's not a coincidence Candace fucking totally ignored that point in all of her rebuttals. But she addressed this part. Yeah, she has something to say about the fact that Cardi B's lesbian sister got attacked. Instead of being decent and saying, wow, yeah, she shouldn't be attacked, Cardi B, instead of being decent about her sister being attacked, she turns it into a defense for Trump, saying this shit.
Donald J. Trump is the first president that's ever gone into office in support of gay marriage. So, you know, those 8 years that your presidential candidate Joe Biden spent as the vice president with Obama, they didn't support gay marriage going into office. Obama changed his tune on gay marriage in his second term. So the whole idea of Trump being a homophobe is a bit pointedly ridiculous and shows how uneducated you are.
So you're trying to give this guy credit instead of showing concern and support for Cardi B's lesbian sister getting attacked, which would be the human thing to do. You don't gotta vote Biden to be decent, right? You don't gotta be a Democrat to be decent in there. Once again, she's trying to make a point that's not even there. We're supposed to give Trump props just because he went into office agreeing with gay marriage, even though he watched Obama and Biden evolve on the issue, even though he probably would have had a tougher time getting elected if he didn't. We're supposed to give him props. Listen in his own words what he felt about gay marriage before he became president, right before he became president too.
Let's talk about same-sex marriage. You said a few years ago that you were evolving on that issue. Where are you?
I'm traditional marriage. It is changing rapidly.
But what do you say to a lesbian who's married or a gay man who's married who says, Donald Trump, what's traditional about being married 3 times?
Well, they have a very good point. But, you know, I've been a very hard-working person. I have a great marriage. I have a great wife now, and my 2 wives were very good, and I don't blame them. But I was working maybe like you, 22 hours a day.
I'm not asking you to explain your divorces,
I know.
but
I'm just saying I blame myself because my business was so powerful for me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
But what do you say to a lesbian or a gay man who are married and say?
I really don't say anything. I mean, I'm just Jake. I'm for traditional marriage.
It was nothing but crickets when Cardi said this.
Yo, I was just watching Univision, right? I was watching Univision, and let me tell you something. Trump has a fucking commercial on Univision talking about Joe Biden has picked Kamala Harris to be vice president. There were, I guess, 4 candidates that were running to be vice president, and they were Hispanic, and Joe Biden didn't pick them. Hispanic made $2.4 billion to the economy. Is Hispanic people not enough for Joe Biden? Why is your president doing that type of commercial and putting that shit on Univision? Why are you pandering? Why is your president fucking race baiting against Hispanic and black people? The people that get killed the most by police, bitch.
Now for the hate.
You continually keep saying you have a #1 song. It means shit. Nobody cares about a song about your wet ass pussy. Excuse my language for my followers. Being number 1. I have a #1 song in the UK. I have a #1 song in Australia. I have a #1 song in New Zealand. That has nothing to do with Black America and whether or not you are helping or hurting. Right now, you are hurting Black America.
we've already established who's really hurting us. And hear the hate in their voice, first of all. And we've also established that, yeah, her having a #1 song was the main reason why she was fucking interviewed. Definitely. And so it's just hate, and it's just her contradicting herself once again. You know what I mean?
So don't use your platform and 75 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue. You're uneducated. I mean, that is just what it is. You are uneducated. And I don't have a problem, by the way, with musicians and rappers and hip-hop artists dabbling in politics if they're sincere. What I mean by that is, are you talking to people on both sides? Are you trying to actually get an informed understanding? Or are you just being a mouthpiece for one party?
Let's not even do it no more. We're done here. Hold on. Let's not. Look, Candace, you're not for us. Stop acting like you're for us. You've already been exposed. We see it for what it is. And over time, more and more people are going to witness that you're a fraud. So relax. Okay? And for everybody that supported Candace, for any Republican or Democrat or whoever, whatever, anybody saying that black and brown people don't know what they want or why they don't like Trump, we gonna leave the video with Cardi B, because it sounds to me like Cardi B knows exactly what the fuck she wants. Receipts?
Let me keep it a buck. I just want Trump out. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like his mouth gets us in trouble so much. I don't want to be lied to. I don't want, like, you know, we're dealing with a pandemic right now, right? And I just want answers. I want to know when this is over. Like, you know, I want to go back to my job. I want to be able to go outside. I want to be able not to feel like I'm trapped in my home. But I don't want somebody to lie to me and tell me that it's okay to go outside. It's okay not to wear a mask, that everything is going to be okay. No, I want like a timeline of when things are going to get better. I want a president to tell me what are the steps for us to get better besides, you know, taking precautions like with our masks and quarantining. I need somebody to tell me, like, this is gonna be over when we find this cure. This is why it's taking so long. This is why other countries are doing better than ours when it comes to this pandemic. I need somebody to tell me the truth, the hardcore truth.
Bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there. And we need some air. Bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there. And we need some air.
We angry. Are you serious? Oh no, you can't be. Some pointing they finger, got it aimed at me. Yeah, some gon' march for peace, but some gon' take the peace. Dawg, that's basic shit. Every day for me. Yeah, are you serious? Oh no, you can't be. Yeah, cop pointing their guns and got it aimed at me. Yeah, some gon' march for peace, but some gon' take the peace. Man, that's basic shit. Don't complain to me.
Bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there. And we need some air. Bitch, we everywhere. You ain't ever there. And we need some air.